You saw my Nintendo GameCube haul, you saw me get a copy of Shadow the Hedgehog, a game that I have been on the lookout for years. So getting this game and adding it to the shelf behind me has been years in the making. But getting a copy of Shadow the Hedgehog had me thinking, why don't I do a video to show you guys my top 10 games that are on my wish list? So let's dive right into that.
Good evening, everyone. Jim Ross here. Glad you could join us for what promises to be another exciting event here at the WWE.
First on the list is WWE Crush Hour, released in 2003 and developed by THQ and Jack Pacific. This game was released on the Nintendo GameCube and PlayStation 2, but I'd preferably want to get the GameCube version. It features over 30 WWE superstars who duke it out in a Demolition Derby style WWE show called Crush Hour. The superstars have mounted guns attached to their vehicles, as well as other weapons to use to win the match, and they even use a special finishing move. I've never played this myself, but it seems like a lot of fun. It's relatively affordable, around the $20 to $30 mark, depending on what console you're looking for, but it's not too common. I hope I run into this game this year. Next up is Rock and Roll Racing for the Super Nintendo. This game just screams awesome. It's probably why it has a pretty significant price tag, but I don't know why that is, as I literally just heard about this game a couple weeks ago. It would definitely be my rarest and most expensive SNES title in my collection if I grabbed this game this year. It's your typical racer with a combat twist. You compete against other racers and try to finish the track, but you use your energy blast or missiles to blow your competition out the way. Between races, you can spend your earnings on upgrading your vehicle to have a better chance in the next race at beating your opponents. And it wouldn't be rock and roll racing without some good old rock and roll, featuring music tracks like Paranoid by Black Sabbath and Born to be Wild by Steppenwolf and more. I've only heard about this game recently, but now I've got it tracked for my 2026 wish list. Next up is Pokémon Rumble Blast and Pokémon Rumble World for the Nintendo 3DS. These two Pokémon spin-off titles are games that I never had the chance to try. Pokémon Rumble Blast came out in 2011, Rumble World came out digitally in 2015, then finally physically in 2016. Essentially, in both games you play in a Pokémon toy world where you battle and explore different areas, encountering different Pokémon along the way. I personally love spin-off games like Mystery Dungeon, Conquest, Stadium, and Snap, so I really think I would love this series as well. I'm trying to expand my 3DS library as I only have 12 games for the console currently, so adding these two would definitely strengthen my collection. I'm definitely trading or buying these the second I see them at a convention or out in the wild. Next up is Halo Combat Evolved and Halo 2 Collector's Edition. I have a decent sized Xbox library, mostly for the 360, but I don't own any Halos on the original Xbox, so I would love to add both of these two to my collection. Halo Combat Evolved took the world by storm back in 2001, becoming known as one of the most important launch games for any console ever, as well as surpassing GoldenEye as the gold standard for multiplayer console combat. It brought us one of the most beloved first-person shooter series that has become known not only as a symbol for Xbox, but for gaming as a whole.
One of the most eagerly awaited video games finally goes on sale.
Preparing to rewrite retail history.
Video game is expected to have bigger first-day revenues than any movie has ever had an opening day at the box office.
Biggest retail launch in entertainment history.
Halo 2 was released 3 years later in 2004 and further skyrocketed the Halo series and the success of Xbox. I really love the Halo 2 Steelbook. I think it looks fantastic. I've seen it out in the wild before when I was a teenager. It was a great price back then too. I should have grabbed it. I won't make that mistake again. I always have my eyes peeled for that one. And I gotta get Halo Combat Evolved to complete my Halo collection. I have all the 360 titles. I just need the original 2. Considering Pokemon is one of my favorite series and Fire Red is one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time, I really want to have Leaf Green in my collection. Plus, it's always been a bucket list thing for me to have a Venusaur in Leaf Green. I don't know why, but it just seems like the right thing to do. It's an expensive game, so I don't know when or how I'm going to get my hands on this, but maybe with some trades while at a convention is my best bet. So I'll be looking out for Pokemon Leaf Green this year. Similar to Pokemon Leaf Green, I'd love to get my hands on a copy of Pokemon Ruby to complete my trio of Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Emerald is also one of my other favorite Pokemon games, so it'd be awesome to have another playthrough of Gen 3 and experience Hoenn through Ruby. Also a very pricey game, it'll need to be the right time for me to find this one for me to snatch it up for the collection. Hoping to find this one at a convention as well. Next on the list is Mario Strikers Battle League for the Nintendo Switch. Now, this one's a controversial one because it is pretty much unanimously voted the worst out of the 3 Mario Strikers games. I have the GameCube one, I have the Wii one, but I really like soccer. I don't have a lot of Mario games on the Switch, and I think this would be a great addition to the collection. I know it's probably not as good as the GameCube one, and I should probably save my money and keep my GameCube copy and call it a day, but I really want to get the Mario Strikers Battle League, especially because I have this really awesome standee to go with it. So for those reasons, I'm really looking forward to adding Mario Strikers Battle League to my collection this year. And last but not least on our top 10 games for our wish list for 2026 is Yu-Gi-Oh! Falsebound Kingdom for the GameCube. Released in 2003, Falsebound Kingdom is a real-time strategy RPG that steers away from the traditional card battler that we are used to with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. It is also the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Game released on the GameCube. I really enjoy Capsule Monster Coliseum and Duelist of the Roses for the PlayStation 2. I have both of those ones. I feel like Falsebound Kingdom, also being different from the traditional card battler like the other two, I think I'll really enjoy this one. It received mixed reviews. It's not a fan favorite, but it's a game for the GameCube, one that I don't have, for a series that I really enjoy, that's also really nostalgic. I hope I find this one this year. Well, there is my 2026 wish list for retro video games. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know, what are your top 10 games for your wish list this year? Leave your games in the comments, and I will catch you in the next video.